before I start, I need to make a public apology here to the cute redhead that I work with. I said some things on my Facebook story that I probably should have kept to myself, and I apologize for that. I know I apologize to you in person, but I also probably should have done it publicly too, which I'm doing right now, because as Tucker Carlson says, when you wrong somebody, you need to apologize for it, and that's what I'm doing. I'm doing it, I did it both privately, and now I'm doing it publicly too. So, once again, I'm sorry. I should have kept those stuff to myself. Truth is, I still have a crush on you. I still really, really like you. But if all you can offer is friendship, that's okay. I'll take that. It's better than nothing. So, moving on. There's this really disturbing incident that's been happening lately involving Chelsea Clinton and two activists. Apparently, these two activists came to Chelsea Clinton, who went to a vigil, and they're mad that she went to this vigil for the victims of the Christchurch shooting. Why are they upset about this? Because Chelsea Clinton called out, I can't even say her name right, but, Omar, the Muslim Congresswoman from Minnesota, I think. And basically, Omar said some very, very anti-Semitic stuff. And Chelsea Clinton called her out on it. And basically, these two activists now accused Chelsea Clinton of causing the Christchurch massacre for simply calling Omar out on her anti-Semitism. In other words, if you call out Muslims being hateful to Jews, then that is somehow connected to her killing the people in the mosque, the 50 people that died in that mosque. And what I'm going to say is, that is very sick, disgusting, evil stuff right there. Chelsea Clinton didn't have anything to do with that. That was a mad, crazy person who did that act, and he was sick in the head, and you're going to equivalate that to Chelsea Clinton simply because she called out somebody you agree with. That is wrong on every single count. I mean, oh God. This would be like equivalating someone like Roosevelt with Hitler. I mean, think about it. It doesn't make any sense, does it, in the long run? And there's no connection there whatsoever. Just because you disagree with somebody on something doesn't make them evil or doesn't make them responsible for people who died. That's not right. You can't go around accusing people of something they didn't do. And it's, like I said, it's very sick stuff. It's very disgusting. And this is something that we're seeing from the left a lot. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's with Black Lives Matters, if it's with the gay community, if it's with any other thing. We see this a lot where they're willing to eat each other. Essentially, they're going to throw names around and accuse each other of being different things, and then they turn on to the right and they accuse the right of doing all this different stuff, being all these different things when they are in fact these things that they're accusing us of being. And one of the cases here is anti-Semitism, right? This Omar senator, Miss Omar is essentially, an anti-Semite who has said some very, very racist things against the Jewish people. And when called out on it, the only response that happens is suddenly you're Islamic phobia, you're the bad guy, you're supporting white supremacists, and it's not right, and it's very, very wrong. And this is one of the things that red-pilled me. I mean, for real. The one thing that red-pilled me was after the Las Vegas shooting, a Democrat came out and said, who cares, because most country music fans are Donald Trump supporters anyways. That sickened me to my core. It made me completely go white. I mean, after that, I could not side with the Democrats ever again. I mean, it was just some evil stuff that they just said. And I'm seeing a lot more of that on the left now. I mean, they're not even hiding anymore. They're in plain sight. And it's very disgusting. I mean, the white usually will call out people like Steve King and other anti-Semites and racists that we find in our party, and we throw them out. The Democrats, they don't ever throw out people, you know? It was not too long ago, Obama was still cozying up to Louis Farrakhan, a terrible anti-Semite, and they don't call him out for it. Nobody on the left calls out anyone on the left for the stuff that they pull. And what's even worse is they accuse the white of this stuff all the time, and they get away with it. Nobody is calling them out. Nobody is pointing out who are the real racists. And, you know, it just gets tiring after a while. You know, this is how you got Trump. You want to know how you got Trump? This is how you got Donald Trump. And come 2020, I don't see any other choice but voting for Donald Trump, because nobody on the Democrat side is coming out, you know, and dismissing anti-Semitism, Islamic phobia, and racism. The only person that was willing to do that was Chelsea Clinton, and she got ate for it. So you wonder why you have people becoming Republicans, why younger generations are getting red-pilled, why conservatives like Ben Shapiro are getting more ratings than people like Young Turks. This is why. You know, I can't be on the left anymore. It's just I can't do that no more. And I believe in the values of this country. I believe in the American values. I've always have, and those values are becoming right-center. Tim Poole made a video earlier where he basically was saying that basically in order for truth, unbiased, and honesty in media, it's now a radical position here in America. Essentially, that's what it is, you know, if you're being truthful, if you're honest, and if you're unbiased, you're now the radical. If you're a centrist, they're kicking you out. They're throwing you out of the group you used to be in. And, you know, these people have no place to go. Tim Poole has no place to go at the end of the day. And while he says he's still someone who is on the left, you can tell from the way he's calling out the left, as much as he is, that he is basically not, you know, he just can't go back there. He knows how crazy the left is. And it's sad to see, you know, it's sad to see that he was in the same position I was a few years ago. Well, you know, 2016 showed up, and the problem I had with 2016, because I voted for Obama twice beforehand, I regret that, but essentially what happened was Hillary Clinton versus Donald Trump, and everything that was happening, everything that was being said, right, the left was keep saying Donald Trump's a racist, Donald Trump's this, Donald Trump's that, love Trump's hate and stuff like that. Well, all the violence, all the racism, all the homophobia, everything that I was seeing that the left was calling them was coming from the left. None of it was coming from Trump. It was all coming from the left. Yes, I despise some of the things that Donald Trump has said and done, such as the whole grabbing the pussy thing. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. But you know what? Since he's become president, he has governed in a way that I really liked, and he's gotten the American economy up. Everything's going good in this country, and we're supposed to pretend, the left wants you to think that there's some big national disaster here. The only national disaster that I see right now is if these people get into office in 2020. If they get into office in 2020, it's over. You can forget about it. If you want to vote down racism, if you want to vote down Islamic phobia, if you want to vote down anti-Semitism, if you want to vote down the real racist party, do not vote Democrat. Vote Republican. Come 2020, vote for Donald Trump. You might despise Trump, but guess what? These people, the left, they are the true party of evil. I usually try to refrain from calling people who disagree with me evil, but I'm getting to a point where there's no way I can justify, or at least tried to convince myself that what happened to Chelsea Clinton was not something that was evil, and it's something more commonplace with the left, unfortunately. And look, there's still a lot of good Democrats. I'm not trying to say all the Democrats are evil or stuff like that, but there are many in the Democratic Party right now that is all socialist and all evil and want to pass laws and other stuff that are not good. And we need to vote those people out. Look, what needs to happen is something needs to happen within the Democratic Party, a revolution of some sort that brings back the liberalism, the patriotism, and the American founding principles that made America to begin with. Because if those principles do not somehow get back into the Democratic Party, I can tell you right now, the Democratic Party is going to be lost forever. And that's the thing. We got to kick out these progressives. Democrats, you need to kick out your progressives, because it's not going to end well. And it's going to end with socialism, and nobody wants that. Thank you.